Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I hope you've all been doing well, because today there's something I'm going to share with you that would help you do even better. So today I decided to share with you how to master your thoughts mastering. So I'm going to give you 5 tips that would help you master your thoughts, be more in control of the things you think about or the thoughts that comes to your head, and just generally be more in control of your life, because you see, your mind is like the garden of your life. So whatever you grow in your thoughts would manifest in the circumstances around you. So we have to grow beautiful things and positive things, healthy things in our thoughts for it to also manifest positively in our environments and in our circumstances. So that being said, I will go straight into the first tip in mastering your thoughts. My first tip is understanding and believing that you can master them. Now, this is very important because you need to believe first that you can actually master your thoughts before you go on to try other things, because some people don't actually think they can be in control of the thoughts in their head. They feel that a lot of what they see has an influence, or a lot of what they do, which is true. The things you see, the things you think about often has a lot of influence over your thoughts, but you can also master it, and you can also decide what stays in your mind and what doesn't. So the first step is believing that you have control over your thoughts, believing that you can master your thoughts, believing you're the master of your mind, that whatever you let grow there grows there, and whatever you want out stays out. So after you believe this, we move on to my second point. My second point is to surround yourself with the things that would inspire you. If you haven't, you should check out this video where I talked about how to get your social media pages to inspire you. So for this second point, I basically want you to make sure that all the things that surround you, whether it's online or offline, are things that inspire you. So that also means that you don't want to follow people or follow pages that make you feel bad about yourself, that make you think certain ways or certain thoughts, and you don't want to spend time with people that also do the same for you. So it's important, and I actually practice this because I'm very deliberate about how I handle who I'm following on social media, very deliberate about what the people I spend time with, and the things that I let take up my time, because a lot of what you do with your time goes on to grow in your thoughts, goes on to affect how you think and how you see the world generally. So it's important to only let yourself be surrounded by positive things that would inspire you, things that would let you have positive thoughts and grow positive thoughts. Then we come to my third point. My third point is to cut out people or things that make you feel bad about yourself. So if you notice that when you spend time doing something, or you spend time with some people, you always end up feeling bad or feeling worse than before, you need to cut out spending time with these people. Because since you notice that these things are kind of like a trigger for the bad thoughts, when you're able to cut it down to stop these triggers, then you have space for more positive thoughts to grow. So you have to be deliberate about that. When I was talking about letting yourself be surrounded by things that inspire you, we're looking at surrounding yourself with people, with things, social media, even as far as the books you read. So now this is basically cut out the ones that do not let you have peace of mind, the ones that do not let you think positive thoughts. Even if it's a game, it's a movie, it's something you follow online, it's people you meet, as long as you realize that you feel drained afterwards, or you start thinking bad thoughts afterwards, you want to cut down. We move on to my fourth tip. And my fourth tip is to spend time in a serene environment. Now, if you haven't read this book, The Monk Who Stole His Ferrari, you should check it out. You should read The Monk Who Stole His Ferrari. Now, spending time in serenity could be, for some people, prayer, meditation, and there are certain moments, or there are certain times of the day where you wake up and you're at peace. For me personally, when I wake up in the morning, I don't like to go straight into checking my social media account, or go straight into doing anything that just requires that's fast, basically, that's fast paced. That's the word. So I like to start with things that are slow paced, things that would like guide me into having a positive start or a good start that morning. So for me, that could be praying, for me that could be studying the word, and for me that could also be writing. So sometimes I wake up in the morning and I pick my laptop and I start writing, because when I wake up in the morning, I feel I have a lot of inspiration, have a lot of positivity going on, because it's new every morning. Like every morning is just like a new day and a fresh start for you. And it's best if you don't start the morning with something that's fast paced, something that's just going to take you off track. So spend your time in a serene environment or in serene activities. Find a time of the day to dedicate to that. It could be your mornings, it could be your evenings, and it could be sometime in the middle of the day. If you feel you do not have time, maybe because of work or your schedule or how life is for you, I think you could also just try finding space in between your day. So if you're at work, you could just like take some, maybe during lunch break or something, take time out to just be on your own and cut out social media, cut out anything that's fast paced. It could be 10 minutes, 15 minutes. You just want to spend that time in serenity. This is very important, to let your thoughts come together. There's so much fast paced news. Like you come out in the morning, you see ads, you see billboards, you go online, you see sponsored ads, different things, and all these advertisers, they are working overtime to make sure you spend one more second looking at their ad. They are working overtime to make sure you spend one more minute ruminating over what you've just seen. So like they are working really hard to get your attention. So you need to also work hard to get that attention back to where you want it to be, back to the things you need it to be in. If not, you'd find yourself just having different thoughts flying through your head from the beginning of the day to the end of the day, and just feel like, why am I so tired? Why am I thinking about this? And things like that. Let's move to the final tip, or my final tip for mastering your thoughts, and that is saying mantras. Saying mantras is super important, because when you say mantras, is like affirmation. So you say positive things to yourself. Maybe you could say out loud, today is going to be a good day. Today I'm going to do this, or today this is going to happen, or I have the power within me. I believe that I can be able to get this. I believe that I'm more in control of the thoughts in my head, and things like that. So you could wake up in the morning and decide your mantra for today, for the day, and then say it over and over in your thoughts, or you could also say it out loud. So sometimes I say mantras when I'm feeling down, or I get certain thoughts come to my head, and I'm like, okay, I can't be thinking this way. And sometimes you can't actually fight those thoughts with thoughts too. So it's easier when you just say something out loud, so it distracts you from thinking about those thoughts. So I say a positive mantra out loud and I repeat it. And repeating these mantras, saying them out loud, helps reinforce the positivity that I need, or bring me back in control of my thoughts. So all these tips help me so much have more control over the thoughts in my head. And once you're more in control of the thoughts in your head, you're more in control of your reactions to how you react to certain events, how you react to people, how you react generally, because you're now more in control of the thoughts in your head. And I also want you guys to know that some of these things are easy. They're easy to say, yes, but you actually have to work for these things. You actually have to put in efforts for these things to work for you. Remember what I said about advertisers working overtime for you to spend one more minute or one more second on their ads. If they are working that hard to get your attention, you need to work hard to get your attention back to back to where you want it. Because these people have gone to school to learn advertising, to learn things that would just get your attention. They want to be the judge of what you buy when you're in the mall. They want to be the judge of what you watch. They want to be the judge of where you spend your money and things like that. But you need to be more in control of your thoughts, be more in control of the decisions you make, and it's by doing all these things. So we go from mantras to spending time in serenity, to cutting off things that do not inspire you, things that just bring back thoughts, and then to surrounding yourself with things that inspire you, things that edify you. I hope all these points really help you. Thank you guys for watching this video. Thank you guys for staying till the end. Do not forget to subscribe and to like, to comment also what you thought about this video, how it felt, if it's something you will try, and if it actually did inspire you. And I will see you in my next video. Bye. Bye bye. Bye bye bye. Bye bye bye. Bye bye bye. What's bye bye bye? Bye bye is bye bye. Bye 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 is bye bye.